The Ekurhuleni multi-party coalition says it's written to Eskom about the many outages experienced in parts of the metro that it says are not related to load shedding schedules or municipal infrastructure faults. It says that Eskom is implementing higher stages of load shedding while claiming lower stages. Let's now speak to Councillor Senzi Sibeko, the MMC for Energy in Ekurhuleni. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. You have a big problem with the manner in which load shedding is being rolled out in Ekurhuleni. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good day to you and your listeners, and thank you for having me. Yes, we definitely have a serious issue on our hands where late yesterday we were hit with an unscheduled load reduction from Eskom, without any communication, any word or notice whatsoever. And we had to take our officials to do the runaround to find out what the issue is. And in doing so, we found out that we were also being under this unscheduled load reduction, which was going on, across the city, across the country. What was a bit confusing for us is that as a city, we wouldn't expect ourselves to be under load reduction, seeing that ourselves and the utility have an account that has been paid up to date.
So what sort of ripple effect has this now resulted in when it comes to the city infrastructure?
Well, our infrastructure as it is, we have an aged infrastructure. As we have always said in the media and said to our residents and public meetings, that we are struggling just to keep up with the normal scheduled load shedding that we are receiving, whether it's being, the lowest of stages to what was about the highest at some point was stage 4. We're still, finding it difficult to keep up because of with that, you would still find that our infrastructure was not designed for that, and you would find that every single time would have to restore power to our residents. We'll find faults, obviously with vandalism and cable theft also playing a huge part in some of the issues that we have to deal with in trying to restore our residents. Now, seeing that the utilities says or claims that we are in stage 4 or even 6 at some point, we are, as a city, don't believe that we are there because of, if that was the case, we wouldn't be finding ourselves in this position.
So how are you now intending to normalize the energy supply? What are your interactions with Eskom?
Well, our interactions have fallen into deaf ears because of since late yesterday. We've been sending communication with no correspondence from Eskom, nothing whatsoever. They haven't said anything to even explain what the issues are, what their challenges are, or how long this will be taking place and why is it happening, especially for a city that his account is up to date. So there's no communications. We've sent correspondence to Eskom's senior officials, and there's nothing from their end. We have actually gone as far as now bringing in our legal department to now take on the issue, because of it is not fair and it's not right for our residents, to find themselves in this position, especially as the city, seeing that we, as I mentioned a few times before, that our account has been paid and we are up to date, and if from our understanding, if there's going to be any kind of implementation in terms of load reduction by the utility Eskom, then it should be on areas that of which are not in good standing. So we don't even have that response or answer from them, to at least give us an indication as to why would they do that. So we have taken it up with our legal team, and they are the ones now fighting the battle to ensure that this load reduction is lifted.
And before we let you go, Councillor, perhaps talk to the residents of Ekurhuleni in trying to, ensure that there is power for the festive season, certainly come Christmas, which will be an important day for South Africans. What is the messaging that you'd like to send out to residents?
You know, it is very difficult because a few weeks ago we had our team, energy team sitting together looking at a plan for the December holidays in terms of our teams on the ground and what is it that we're looking at in terms of normal outages and turnaround times, and looking at the departments where we look at hotspots and the challenges thereafter of cable thefts and all sorts of things. So we had all these things in place. This included obviously the stage 4 load shedding in mind, because of we were already on that, and we understood our schedule, and therefore we were planning to make sure that we have very minimal outages. And now with this surprise that comes from Eskom, we find ourselves, lost, not understanding how is it that we're going to be able to now tackle this whole thing. However, as the city, we are definitely fighting this legally, and we are taking it up with Eskom to ensure that our residents do enjoy, a bit of their holidays that's left of it, and make sure that they have very minimal interruptions when it comes to the Christmas and the New Year holidays.
Very well. Thank you so much for that update. Let's leave it there for now. Senzi Sibeko, the MMC for Energy from the city of Ekurhuleni, speaking to us there about the challenges with Eskom and load shedding.